Welcome back, everybody. Calling all the Angels here for another round with Angel City and the Wings of the Angels. So let's talk about what we've gotten going here for this week. Angel City, another Friday game, this time a cross country trip, which could prove very detrimental to them. It is a trip all the way out to Orlando to play the Pride, and so this matchup is going to be a little different for Angel City in a number of ways. Whereas with the first couple games, you had two home games, as well as a game that's wasn't all the way across. Now you're going all the way down to Florida. This is basically the Disney battle. You got Disney World, Disneyland, but more importantly, you got a team in Orlando who is rapidly starting to need a lot of success. The standings are getting affected. They are two draws, two draws into this, and so they're sitting at 5 points, barely in the top eight. They need to actually do something to make a name for themselves this season. They have been this last week's game with the Denver Summit, the 1-1 draw was proving very much a hurt to their pride, I would have to assume. And especially since the game was at home, and I'm sorry, that one was a couple weeks ago, but they, in the last week, did manage to get a win over Chicago and then drew with Gotham. Also on an East Coast one there. So it's one of those situations where two draws, one to the current playoff winner, but one to an expansion. Those are not matchups where you're trying to. Those are not matchups you're looking to take points off of yourself in. You might be able to settle for it with Gotham being on the road against a team who won the Cup championship, but not the way Gotham's been playing, and certainly not in another 0-0 affair where you're showing some severe limitations to what you are capable of from a scoring standpoint. At this point in the year, you have only managed one goal in two of your matches. You failed to score in another. The only time you scored 3 goals was against the Chicago Stars, who still look like near the basement of the league this year. They will be a wooden spoon contender, all things considered. And on Angel City's side, you've got a team who's playing really on fire, picking up 3 wins, 2 of which were fairly convincing wins. And so what you're seeing in this matchup, what I think you'll be expecting to see is one team playing a lot more desperate, the other one getting ready for their break. And I would expect Angel City is going to actually struggle with this one a bit. Is my definite expectation that Orlando scores first. They need to prove they can draw for first blood in a matchup at this point. And meanwhile, Angel City, I think, after that win and going on this cross-country trip, won't be as electric, at least in the first going, even though they did get caught off guard by Houston early on. I think it becomes a little bit of a pattern this go-around. I would say if I'm looking at Angel City at this moment, I would say you're going to be down and you're going to have to make another comeback. Now, the positive is the front line and the mid line have been extremely successful in this early going. It seems like a lot of work went into making sure the communication and ability to pass back and forth was on point for Angel City, which with Orlando, it's kind of clear their offense is running through Barba Banda with a few supporting members who are definitely not slouches, but it's kind of the same thing if you were following the recent San Diego game, which we were doing a live video of. The offense there was also maneuvering through a very specific line of players. And I think Orlando's starting to fall into that trap a bit as well, which means as the year goes on, they're going to have to come up with adjustments because teams are going to pick up that pattern fairly quickly. In this matchup, I could absolutely see Angel City taking the loss. I don't think they're going to actually lose it outright. I think this game will go, I'm actually going to say 2-2. I think they're going to draw an early deficit. pick up another goal, and then at some point the two will exchange goals. It could be Angel City taking the lead and then dropping it, but my bigger guess is the goal order will go Orlando, Angel, Orlando, Angel. And so that's going to lead to a 2-2 draw. Angel City will drop their first points of the season. However, they will still at least come away with the draw, which will allow them to at least remain in the undefeated column as the sole team not beaten in the first month. Judging by what we're seeing this season, though, yeah, it's a much improved year for Angel City. I've been pleasantly surprised by how they've done on this early going. Obviously, the first two games were much bigger blowouts, but those were also teams that were not, in my view, real playoff contenders this go around. And Houston, they also might not be, but I think based on the game results so far, they're at least going to keep things interesting. This one with Orlando, though, it is a former playoff team. It's a team with legitimate ability that appears to have downgraded slightly, but is still a force and a threat to be in the postseason. So this matchup does need to be taken seriously. I'm certainly hoping to see a full 12 points in these first four games, but it would not shock me, and my expectation is that they're going to settle for the 1 today. We will be going over this in the game recap, as now we will actually be able to maintain the real schedule now that I've got the 2-week break. We can actually settle into something here pretty well. But yeah, this should be a good matchup here as Angel City gets ready for a couple weeks before another home game with the Portland Thorns. And yeah, for now, hope everyone can give it a watch. Should be a fun game overall. And for those, I'm just going to double check. I'm going to look up the current schedule here in terms of TV. Make sure we've got ourselves the actual broadcast. It is the prime game again, which means, again, I will be looking at showcasing the stuff on demand later. So my talk on it will be a little bit delayed as I wait to see some full footage. But nonetheless, you know that I will be full on rooting, and I will probably give the iHeartRadio broadcast a listen as well. No, it'll be a little more difficult, but as you all see, we kind of do that with our live coverage as well. It's basically a broadcast where I'm just relaying information as the game is actually occurring, since I'm not putting Ion TV up during the live broadcasts. All right, with that said, good luck to the players at Angel City here, and let's go Angels.